Yo, 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 it's that time again, ladies and gents. Welcome to the end of the day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com. It's time for the end of the day report. This is the time where we hook up some charts, you know what I'm saying? Take a look and see what's going on out there in the world of these markets. Got to see what's going on with these markets. And if you are not already down, then you need to get down. It's either get down or lay down. PulseWaveTrading.com if you want to get down. Don't go there if you're trying to lay down and be fooled. All right. It's either you with us or you fooled. You can't be both. You're either with us or you fooled. If you ain't down with the pulse wave, if you ain't riding these pulse waves, then you fooled. It means every time we put a trade on, we taking your money. All right, so don't be that one. Don't be that clown. Come on over to PulseWaveTrading.com and get with the get down. All right, without further ado, ladies and gents, we got some things to talk about. You know, we got a few markets we need to take a look at right quick. So we're gonna start today off a little different. We're gonna do the forex segment first. All right, since I always seem to forget about my forex. All right, so I said I was going to hook that up last night, and I got busy doing other things, didn't get around to it. So we're just going to do it the old school way, all right? Okay. So the first chart we got up is our Kiwi, our New Zealand dollar. You know, we got that on and popping right here. As you can see, we had that nice breakout yesterday, but unfortunately now we got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading now. In your New Zealand dollar, looks like it may have run its course. That resistance area seems to be a problem right now. So we'll see how this thing manifests. But that's what it's looking like right now. It's looking like that's a problem. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can take advantage of said problem. All right. So crash alert tonight into tomorrow's trading for your New Zealand dollar. Moving right along to the Japanese yen. You can see we're still in this Kumo cloud right here. So because this market is moving sideways like this is what you want to do. You're going to want to stick with your weekly algorithm. All right. Look for your weekly price inflection points. All right. That's what you want. Use the weekly triggers, ladies and gentlemen. For those that are uninitiated, intraday price inflection points, i.e. equals your price triggers. Look at the weekly price triggers when the market is moving sideways like this, especially when it's not giving you no rhythm. You're not getting no rhythm. This thing is just inside bar after inside bar. Look at this, man. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, man. The price ain't gone nowhere. You don't have a choice. You have to use the weekly. All right, you use that weekly. You just don't have a choice right now. All right, so use the weekly and see what we can get out of that. It's just the way it is when the market's in the Kumo cloud. It's just nothing really going on, so you don't have a choice. You really don't. All right, so that's the yen. The yen ain't doing nothing. All right, taking a look now at the pound sterling. Looking at this British pound. All right, so we started the day off with a secondary rally alert. We have got no production. Instead, the market gave us an inside day. So we're still within our 3 to 5 day rule here on these alerts. So this is just day one that we have. The market's an inside day. So you want to go ahead and take a look at the next day. Once again, we're in a weekly situation. So for the most part, I'm looking at the weekly triggers and or I'll keep playing with the rally alert. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are right now, ladies and gents. All right. So tread lightly there. You know what to do in the British pound. Market still consolidated, still playing around with some resistance areas. Overhead resistance is for real. It's not that kind of time to be trying to guess. You got to do what you got to do. Peep those weeklies. All right, moving right along. Here's your euro yen. Euro yen, you can see the market's trying to break out beyond the Kumo cloud. All right, remember your euro yen is analogous to your S&P 500 for the most part. So It's trying to be a big boy. It's trying to get up out of here. It's trying to get some momentum behind it. All right. But for the most part, we haven't had any new alerts since the secondary rally alert back here. The first rally alert was here, and then here's the second one back here. So no new alerts. So basically you're just hanging on to a momentum play. There's no trend going on here. We're not trending. All right, we are not trending. We're in a bullish configuration on momentum because higher highs, higher lows. But as far as an overall trend, we are not trending. Remember what I told you. This is a bear market correction, a bear market rally. All right, let me put it another way. We're in a bear market rally. Okay. When you see a number 4 under your trend momentum analysis, a number 4 is a bear market rally. Okay. Plain and simple. All right. A number 4, once again, is a bear market rally. We are experiencing a bear market rally. All right. Will the trend shift and change? I don't know. All right. I don't know. But for right now, that's not the case. For right now, you're in a bear market. All right. So you got to deal with your bear market. And the only way to deal with your bear market is to watch the overall directions. Your directions are looking kind of shifty. All right. You don't have too much going on right now. So I think you need to keep in mind what's happening, play the momentum, put those stops in, and that's all you can do. So for right now, market still wants to rally. It's still trying to do something. I believe it's meeting some resistance up here around the 119 level for the euro yen, but nevertheless, it is what it is. And I believe it is still leading the overall markets. All right, moving right along, we got the Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar, we got that crash alert yesterday, and we did get some production to the downside today. So the momentum is still pointing downward. So we're still looking for a continuation pattern tonight and tomorrow, looking for more selling. I think you have a lot more selling left in this Canadian dollar. If you're short, go ahead and hang on to it, and we'll keep it moving. All right, so taking a look now at the Australian dollar, looking at this Aussie. All right, so we popped up here just like we did a few charts ago in the other one. And now we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. All right, so you're going to want to look for the trend line support down here as your initial target on the Australian dollar. All right, so we're in a little bullish configuration right here. All right, but we're not really trending and breaking out yet. We just had the initial breakout that changed the overall configuration, but we're still not really doing much. So this is like the baby stages, if you will. You got a bull down here, you got your little bull, but we're not grown up yet. We're trying to get there, in other words. So this crash alert could probably be a little productive, could get us back down here toward the trend line support, and then we'll see where we go from there. We shouldn't really get down that low, but just in case, that's just what it's looking like for right now on your Australian dollar. And what I think is happening is that you're not getting that shot in the arm from gold, so your Australian dollar is not getting that bump that it would normally get. So it's under pressure here because of that. So as far as gold continuing to be weak, you can expect this continuation also to put pressure on upward momentum in the Australian dollar. Just something to think about going forward. Ignore your rally and crash alerts at your own peril. Take a look now at your euro dollar. Euro dollar has a secondary rally alert for tonight and tomorrow. Going to see if the market can at least get up to the top of the Kumo cloud or even break out of it. We'll see. You've been consolidating for quite some time, as you can see here. Quite some time you've been consolidating. Now it's time to see if the market can bring it all together and put together a direction. Are we going to stall out and then have this rally, this little pop-up rally sold and then we come back down, or is this going to be the beginning stages of a longer term support and a base for a run at the old highs, right? So we'll check the rally alert for now and see what we can get tonight into tomorrow's trading for the euro dollar. All right. So that's our forex. Now it's time to switch from forex to our crypto. All right, so let's take a look at our USD crypto. All right, we're gonna peep that right now. See if we can get through these. We're doing quite a few charts today, ladies and gentlemen, quite a few charts. If you missed anything or you're just now coming on, you're gonna wanna play this live stream back from the beginning to get the stuff that you missed. We started off doing forex today, so we did the major pairs just a moment ago. So you're gonna want to check for that. Actually, I take that back. There is one forex that I missed. I told my man I was going to take care of him. So let me go ahead and get this this Mexican peso up for you. My bad on that. I did tell you I was going to take care of you and I forgot it. So let's go ahead and get that. I didn't cover the peso. So let's do that first before we move on to the crypto. All right, so here's your Mexican peso. It did exactly as I was expecting it was going to do, at least on the initial down thrust. Notice how we're coming from this crash alert right here. We got down to the trend line and just pierced right through it. And that's what gave me the understanding that we probably would end up going to the Kumo cloud support. When this bar came up and hit the top of the trend line resistance and then retreated from it, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm 100% sure we're going to do that. Notice what we did. We came down here and then we retreated from it. So now we have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. We're anticipating that the market now will get back up to toward the trend line resistance around 23-ish. So we'll see. If we fail to get a nice bar here, a nice bar, then the chances are whatever we produce tonight into tomorrow will just be to set up the next leg down, unfortunately. All right, so watch this one. This is still a market that's not trending yet. It's breaking down from the consolidation up here, where it consolidated for a long time for a wide trading range. And now we're needing to see if it's going to make a decision. Are we going to stay inside the Kumo cloud and just, trade at the resistance and support, on and on and on forever? Or is it going to choose a side? Is it going to drop below the cloud and keep falling? Or is it going to rally? That is the question. All right. Okay, so that's the end of our forex. Now it's time to get into the crypto market. Like I said, we're doing a lot of charts today. So if you miss something, you're just going to have to rewind it when we're done. But we're doing it section by section. We did forex first. Now we're doing crypto. All right, starting with the ZRX. And this is all USD. We're doing it all in USD. All right, here's your ZRX. So your ZRX right now has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. I'm looking for a possibility of hitting the trend line support down here around 27-ish. All right, that's what we're looking for right now. So we'll see what happens on the ZRX. But right now, this crash alert is what we're looking at. All right, on the next one, we got ZEC. Zebra Echo Charlie, Zcash. It's still in the mix, you guys. It's still in this Kumo cloud. Look how the price action is just behaving the way that I've always explained it to you, how you trade at the resistance, then you come down and test your supports, and you just do that over and over again. You go up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's what you're doing right now. All right, so we got a rally alert now for tonight and tomorrow's trading. The tighter these ranges get when you're getting near resistance or support, the less in movement you're going to get. So you're looking at an inside bar after inside bar after inside bar. However, if we get a surprise and this market explodes and gets out of this Kumo cloud and breaks above the overhead resistance, then you can get a runner and you can start trending again, and the market will choose a direction. But these ranges are getting narrower and narrower, tighter and tighter. So we're bound to break out or break down one, but you're not going to stay at the 45 level for long. All right. So that is your Zcash. Moving right along, let's take a look at XRP. Looking at Ripple. Ripple 2 is in the Kumo cloud with a rally alert, but look at the overhead resistance line. Look how the market is respecting the overhead trend line resistance. It is really respecting that right now. So that's kind of telling me that maybe we head back down again. Maybe the market's going to break out of the Kumo cloud to the downside. Until it does anything, it's still just conjecture. We're just talking. But we can't ignore the rally alert. Now, if we are able to get beyond the overhead trend line resistance, then we could make another run toward the top of the Kumo cloud. That is possible. But remember what I told you. Until we do something, you know, the Kumo cloud is a dangerous place. Until the market chooses a direction, this is what it is. So you're better off taking your rally alerts in the Kumo cloud immediately, and taking your crash alerts in the Kumo cloud immediately, because you're normally going to get production when you're just whipping back and forth like this. It won't be a lot of production, but you will get some production. All right, so we're still sideways in the Ripple. All right, moving right along, let's take a look at the see, is this chart any good now? Nope, this chart is still broken. I don't know why XEM will not load properly, but if I have time, I'll look into it, but we'll see. I don't know why it is. I just cannot bring that chart up no matter what I do. All right, here's Waves. Waves has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. This thing's been moving sideways, it seems like, for an eternity. I just don't see anything going on here either. You're probably going to want to use your weekly for this one as well, because the chart is pretty jacked up. Taking a look at VETV chain. All right, same thing. You're in the Kumo cloud, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still under the crash alert. You got the trend line support right here around that 0045 zone. So I don't know. Like I said, this, when you're in the Kumo cloud like this, there's really nothing going on. You're better off just using your weekly buy and your weekly sell, and just sticking with that until something happens. All right, taking a look now at VERI, Veritasium. As you know, it's all jacked up, okay? Nothing happening here. It's still at $5.90 basically forever. It's a sad thing what happened with this, but I still wanted to show you it. Nothing going on there. All right, here's Quantum, QTUM. Got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, but the trend line support is right here too, and you're in the Kumo cloud. So really, until we are outside of this cloud, it ain't going to be a whole lot that you're going to see. You're not getting any action as long as you're in that Kumo cloud. Really no action. All right, taking a look here at NEO. All right, NEO, you can see again, everything's in the Kumo cloud and moving sideways. Every altcoin, same thing. Crash alert for tonight into tomorrow, but your trend line support is right there in front of us. Not a lot to see here, okay? Not a lot to see here. A lot of these things are just chilling in the cloud. All right, here is the Litecoin. All right, again, chilling in the Kumo cloud. Rally alert for tonight into tomorrow, but your overhead resistance is right there in front of you. What are you going to do with that? You're better off just waiting, using your weeklies when you're in the Kumo cloud like this, or just trending sideways. All right, here's Link, LINK. Chart is jacked up. Also, I don't know why, but it just is. Sorry about that. All right, here's your Ethereum. All right, Ethereum is consolidating outside the Kumo cloud. We're topside the cloud. So your rally alerts outside, when you're north the Kumo cloud like this, topside, they have more credence to them, because you can really get some lift off because you're outside of the cloud and you're in a bull market still. All right, your markets haven't broke down. So Ethereum is looking a lot more bullish. All right, so we're still under the rally alert. We got another day or two until this rally alert is canceled out, and we'll have to wait till we get another alert. But right now, this is what we're still looking for, this breakout, looking for this rally alert to manifest. So far, we have no production, but Ethereum still remains in the bullish camp. All right, taking a look here at EOS. EOS, same thing. EOS is in that Kumo cloud, nothing happening, overhead resistance right there. And we got the top of the Kumo cloud right there. Nothing to see until we get some trends going. Nothing to see here. All right, here's your Doge coin, DOGE. All right, same thing, Kumo cloud moving sideways forever. Nothing to see here either until we get out of this Kumo cloud. A lot of these altcoins are all the same, consolidating in the Kumo cloud. All right, here's Dash, same thing, folks. Just nothing going on, nothing to see here. We need the market to choose a direction. Either you're going to break out or other Kumo cloud, or break down below it. Same thing with BTG. Nothing going on. Just nothing going on here, folks. Looking at the next one, BTC. Here's your Bitcoin. All right, you can see Bitcoin though, it's in a bullish stance, but it's not in a bull market. And you're in a ticking time bomb because you've been consolidating all over the place. But I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the rally alert we have for tonight into tomorrow's trading for Bitcoin. All right. So that is your Bitcoin. All right. Let's see here. I see you, Kyle. Now, I mean, right now, I'm being honest. I have no plans to add any more cryptos at this time because it takes a lot of work to do it. And right now I'm only dealing with like the top 19, top 20 cryptos out there right now, most widely held. I know there's like maybe 2 or 3 more that could be added, but right now I'm just not looking to add anything else. Right now I'm busy just dealing with the pulse waves for the securities that we have. Right now we got like 2 or 3,000 securities total in the report. So my hands are mad full. Not being a jerk, but just saying that I do have plans to add some more in the future, just not right now. I just can't do it right now. All right. So you got a rally alert for your Bitcoin for tonight into tomorrow, and we'll see if it can relock in that bullish uptrend, or we're going to just get more of the same of this sideways movement. All right. Here is, I threw in the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index just so you can see how it's right on par with the Bitcoin, with the cash Bitcoin. You just saw that. So here's the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index, just to see, so you can see them together. It's the same chart. All right, there's no difference. All right, and let's see what else we got. This is BNB. BNB is all jacked up too, as you can see. This is not going anywhere. These markets are just ultra consolidated. All right, here is your Bitcoin Cash. All right, the BCH, same thing. This thing has just been moving nowhere for so long. You got to stick to your weeklies because nothing is happening right now. All right, moving right along, we got ADA. All right, as you can see here, this ADA is in a bull market, and we are topside the Kumo cloud. So right now we are still within our rally alert. We got another 1 or 2 bars before this alert is canceled out. But for right now, we're still under the rally alert for the ADA. We haven't gotten any production there yet. And you probably want to go ahead and check the weekly as well. All right. So this one is looking like it wants to try to do something. We'll have to wait and see what that something is. All right. So that's all we got on the forex and the cryptos. Like I said, if you missed something, just wait to the end of the video and then you can go back and rewind all the areas that you missed. So we've done that. Now we're going to move over, and it's time to do our futures segment now. We're going to do futures. All right, so let's go ahead and knock those out. So we did forex first, then we did crypto. Now we're doing futures. All right. Okay, so you said Theta just signed a deal with Google. Oh, okay. Hey, Kyle, do me a favor, man. Can you drop me a personal note in the chat room? You know what I'm saying? And the we call it and in my the personal chat thing. Whatever. Hit me up in the chat about the Theta. Remind me. And if there is a particular symbol that goes along with it, include that for me, please. And then that way I can look into that when I'm ready to add more cryptos. Good looking out, my man. Good looking out. Thanks. All right, let's see here. Okay. So we did forex first. We just finished crypto. Now we're doing the stock index futures, including gold and silver. All right, so starting off with the Dow, as you can see here, we are now officially in the bullish stage of the Dow. The Dow just officially turned bullish. All right, so we got to go with what we got. The market is still moving up. We're back on the secondary rally alert back here. We finally got some production. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth bar was right here. This one waited until the fifth bar before it started giving us production, but now here we are. All right, so we're 7 bars in from the last alert, and the market's still trending higher. Even in the overnight market, the Dow's up 162 points. So this one is really running toward that 26,000 overhead resistance. We'll see if it can keep going. It probably will. Now, you guys are probably asking yourself, how in the world is this happening, right? With all of the global macroeconomic situations and information that you know about, why isn't like the whole world literally on fire, right? Well, because trillions of dollars. I can't believe it makes me laugh when I even say it. Okay. Trillions of dollars have been pumped into this equity market like you wouldn't believe. This equity market couldn't drop and go down right now, even if it wanted to. The Fed's bank account is sick. All right. And they just told you they're going to put like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 $1 trillion of liquidity into the market, man. Not the economy, the market itself, the stock market itself. They have vowed to keep the stock market afloat. You know that old saying, you can't fight the Fed? What that really means, you can't fight the Fed's trading terminal. Their trading terminal is gigantic. They are moving. They are moving the market by themselves. You can stand in front of that train if you want, but when you got to get down and lay down. The Fed is saying either you with them or you food. All right. So get down and lay down. The Fed is saying we running this market up, and we're not going to stop until we ready. So there's nothing for you to short at this point. Every time you short the market, you will be getting stopped out. You will be getting short squeezed. That's what they're telling you. So there's no money for you on the short side of the market. That was for you back here, which was almost impossible to catch. It was too wild. It was too much. It happened too fast. It was fast and furious. If it was gradual like this, then everybody would have been able to pop with it. But now you got this breakout that's happening, and you just have to run with it. Even though it hurts your soul to hit the long button, you don't have a choice because the Fed is saying, we're taking this thing up to 30,000. So it is what it is. If you ain't long, you wrong. All right, moving right along to silver futures is a little bit different story. We got ourselves a trading range established. You got a one alert followed by another alert. Back-to-back alerts means trading range. What is silver doing? Stuck in the trading range. going nowhere. Still in a bull market, but we have ceased trending for now. So we got to watch it. Use your weeklies on that. All right, take a look at the Russell, which I made my hustle. It is breaking out and it's turned bullish too now officially. What we gonna do? I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to get down because I ain't trying to lay down. So obviously, I'm gonna have to watch it and see what's up. All right, the market is saying, look, I'm trying to roll out. So I'm gonna roll with it until I can't. All right, moving right along. Here is your crude oil. Crude oil is a different story. We got a crash alert now for tonight into tomorrow's trading on crude oil. Crude oil is looking like it's topped out and it's ready to roll. So I don't know, man. This oil, man, it got me a little concerned because I've seen the gangsterism that they pulled out. I've always warned you guys, man, for years here on YouTube, that the crude oil futures is the most gangster market on the planet. You saw that when they took the market negative 30, and then right when you wasn't shocked enough, you was still trying to catch your breath saying, what in the world? Then they took it down negative 100. With that being said, it makes you even shook to even try to do anything in this market, ETF or otherwise, right? But if this thing is about to roll over, it's probably time to buy some puts on Exxon. I'm going to be really seriously thinking about that myself. I'm really thinking about what may happen here. So I'm going to keep looking, and I probably will start looking at some bearish trades for crude oil as early as tomorrow morning. I'll let you know what I'm cooking up. But right now, we got that crash alert in the futures for tonight into tomorrow's trading. It's looking wild. The only thing I hate about it, because now I know that they've targeted this market for political reasons, it's almost like it don't matter what you do, even if you're right, they could do something sick. Like if you get in right now, let's say this thing is about to roll. The sellers are coming, the shorts are coming. Because the Fed is doing what they're doing and Trump is trade warring with China, the inverse thing can happen, folks. I've seen wild things happen. So far this year has been the wildest, but I've seen them do stuff. So this market can be falling and you could be like, yeah, I called it. Yeah, the market's falling. All of a sudden, breaking news, Trump is now speaking, blah, 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 blah. Market goes up to $55 a barrel instantly. So this market is a little scary right now, only because of the uncertainty risk. Like I said, prices can be falling. Breaking news, Trump is addressing the nation, and next thing you know, it goes down to $20. And then because he just said one word 2 seconds ago, you go from $20, and then the next trade is 55, just like that. Or the market could be running up and it's at 55 all of a sudden. Breaking news, president speaking again, and the next thing you know, or somebody speaking, we go from 55, and then the next trade instantaneously is 20. I'm not kidding. They have already demonstrated their willingness to break all kinds of market laws to get their point across. Whatever side is going to hurt the most is what they're willing to do. If they need to bring it back down to zero again, they will do so in quick order. If they want to take it to $150 a barrel within the next 5 minutes, they can do that too. This market has no trading limits on it. If you haven't noticed, there's no circuit breakers. There's no lock limit. It can do whatever they want it to do, whenever they want it to do it. All the other commodity futures products, they have some type of limits to them. Lock limit moves up and down. You couldn't do what they did to oil in the soybean market. That would have been impossible because it has lock limit moves. You couldn't have done that in cotton, lock limit moves. You couldn't have done it in any other market, But the crude oil with no limits and the bond markets now having no limits, there was a point in time I could have sworn I think the limit was 2 points a day. Now that it can move whatever they wanted to move to, bonds and oil, they can do whatever they want to do. All right. So I want to do something, but if I do, this will probably be the only time you guys hear and see me operate in the options market. If you're going to enter a gangster situation, you better not do it with futures. You better not do it with equities. You better go right into the options market. So in this scenario, I might go ahead and buy calls or puts on Exxon or something like that, or UCO. But going straight equity or straight futures, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Because like I said, if something crazy happens, at least if I go in the options market, if I buy a put and the market, tomorrow morning crude oil $300 a barrel and I bought an Exxon put, all right, I'm only going to lose what I paid for the put, okay? That's it. I'm only going to lose what I paid for the put. I'm not going to be deficit in my account. But if I get short the crude oil futures, right, and the next trade is $300 a barrel, I'm done. I'm destroyed. So anything with leverage is going to destroy you. So you better just go ahead and do what you got to do. Same thing. If I went long UCO and it goes up to $30 and then something new, breaking news, we're not using oil anymore. We have a new resource called gobbledygook that we found from an asteroid that just crashed into the ocean. So we don't need crude oil no more. No more fossil fuel. We're done. And then everything related to that goes to zero. You don't want to be in a leveraged instrument that just went to zero and you're on the opposite side of that trade. You're done. You're devastated. You're bankrupt. But if you go into the options market, the worst thing that can happen to you if you buy a straight call or buy a straight put, you lose what you pay for the option. That's it. If the markets go, if they take all negative 100 again, and you bought a call, they don't have nothing to do with you. All you do is lose what you pay for the call. That's it. Feel me? So I'm giving out wisdom here tonight. If you're going to do this, if you're going to go into this crude oil market, you better go in the options market. Now, you can go and buy the options on the crude oil futures. You can do that. All right, you can buy a put or buy a call, but do not go naked in the options. I'm sorry. Do not go naked. Do not sell a call, all right, and do not sell a put because you could be destroyed. All right? And you don't want that. You can find yourself in a pickle. So I'm not recommending naked options. I'm not recommending going straight futures. I'm not recommending even just going and buying 500, 1,000 shares of UCO just off the rip, only because of the situation that we are geopolitically. And that extends to the bond market too. All right. They love changing rules and doing things. All right. So I recommend options for crude oil and bonds for right now. This is the only time you will probably ever see me operate in the options market. I hate options, but I have told you that I will go in there and I know how to operate in them so I don't get destroyed. And I will go in there if I have to, and I will buy some and see what happens. So I'm thoroughly thinking about probably going in and buying a put on the futures or on Exxon or something like that. I'll let you know when I make my mind up. I'll let you know. All right. But I just wanted to put this caution out there because we got some people out here who'll misconstrue some things and be, I thought you told me to do. No, I'm not telling you to do nothing. I'm just explaining to you what I may do. I'm not telling you to do anything. You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do, but I'm not telling you to do anything. All right. Not persuading you one way or the other. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities. Please check with your financial advisor before making any decisions in any markets. There is risk of loss in trading stocks, options on stocks, futures, options on commodity futures, forex, micro forex, and cryptocurrencies, and pretty much any investment for that matter. There is risk of loss. In some cases, when leverage is involved, you can lose more than what's in your account. Blah, blah, blah. Had to put that out there because these days people are funny and you never know. All right. I'll let you guys know in the trading room what I decide tomorrow, but I think it's time to make those decisions and make those moves. All right. It may not even be a bad idea to buy some leaps in some of these shares, but I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. I'm probably not going to do leaps. I don't need a 2-year time frame. I'm expecting markets to move right now. So, all right, looking at the NASDAQ 100 futures, we had that crash alert coming into today, and look what the market did. It gave us production immediately. Hand clap for the pulse waves. Pulse. I told you, ignore rally and crash alerts at your own peril, people. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, for right now, we're just watching and waiting. I'm saying we're still under the guise of the crash alert until another alert happens or the market decides to move another way. If you're holding a short position in the NASDAQ 100 futures, you better start popping your way through it. All right, don't give all this up and turn this into a losing trade. This is a nice little trade right here. You caught almost the whole bar. Don't give it all back. All right, moving right ahead. Oh, and this market's in a bull market too, by the way. Isn't that funny? So you could just be pulling back to support, and then you're going to rally again. So you got to watch it. All right, looking at gold futures. Gold futures has been hitting people on the chin. All right, so we had this primary crash alert back here. Took a few bars before we got production. Then the market decided to retreat. Then now here we go with this secondary crash alert. So we're expecting the markets to fall into the overnight market and into tomorrow, but we're nearing a trend line support, so we could be nearing the end of this sell-off. We could get as low as maybe 1690-ish. All right, and that will be okay as long as it doesn't close there. So if you're short, go ahead and watch your trade, man. Pop your way through, do what you got to do. Don't give back any of the profit you made if you can help it. But right now, the system's on the short side for the gold for right now. But we may be looking at limited profit potential because we're nearing a trend line support. Capiche? All right, here's the E-mini S&P 500. It is also now officially bullish. And right now, this market's rocking bullish. Nothing else to talk about on that one. All right, so there you go. We've done those now. We're making our way through this, man. We're getting through it. All right, we're almost done now. We're almost done. All right, let's see here. I need to add a couple of securities, and that's it. We will be done. Just bear with me a little bit longer. Almost done. I know if I don't do these, I'm going to hear about it. So let me just knock them out real quick. It don't take long. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Bear with me for a few more charts and then we'll be done. This is our equity part. So we did forex first, then we did crypto, then we did futures. Now we're doing equities. All right. And then I'm out. I'm ghost after this. I'm tired. We did way more charts than we normally do. We're doing like 50 charts tonight. All right. This right here is ticker W. We are coming off of that crash alert that we got last night. Remember that? So we got production today. So we're looking for continuation. The trend line down here around the 125-ish level is in play. We got our eye on that as an initial target. So that's that one. We filled the gap officially, and now we're moving beyond. All right. So this one is in a bearish stance right now and under a crash alert advisory. TLT, the long bond, is going nowhere, consolidating around the trend line and the Kumo cloud. So not checking for that one. We'll take a look if it does anything near. If it gets near the weekly, that's a different story, but not checking for that one. All right, your swan is back bullish now, tracking with the equity market. This one is one to be if you're looking at a longer term situation. This is the one you're going to want to be in if you're in love with equities. It generally will not die as much as everything else when the market falls down. It's your black swan ETF type thing. All right, here's your spider, your SPY, S&P 500. Same thing, full market. Market is moving higher. At some point, though, going to have to reconcile with this gap right here. All right, got to reconcile that gap. So I think a pullback will be coming at some point because that needs to be reconciled. Taking a look at SLV silver. All right, we've come down and we've filled the above gaps, but we ain't filled this one. So this market really can't take off without filling this gap down here. You got to handle your gaps. And don't forget, you got a gap back here. You got a gap down here. You got gaps. Silver can't really get up and boogie until we fill these gaps, folks. So I ain't getting too happy yet. All right, the QQQ NASDAQ 100, same thing. Crash alert, took a few bars, finally got that production. So we'll see if it's going to bounce now or if it's going to keep on falling. Your guess is as good as mine. Follow the system and put your stops in place and try to pop it if you can. Moving along, here's OIH, looking at that crude oil, still in the Kumo cloud. Believe it or not, got a little production of this rally alert from yesterday. I didn't think we'd get any production, but we got a little bit. So maybe it wants to keep rising, but this is such a wide Kumo cloud right here. And like I said, I ain't doing straight ETFs and all that right now. The risk is just too high in this gangster market. So I'm thinking about maybe some calls. I'll let you know. I'm gonna probably spread it around a little bit, spread the love around. I'll let you know. But as of right now, I'm not touching this one. All right, here's your junk bonds, J and K. All right, coming off of the secondary rally alert, you did get a little bit of production today. We'll see if that will continue for tomorrow. According to this, we should. We're in the beginning stages of another bull run. So we'll see if this thing's going to run up to the 110s. Very possible. Now, this one is interesting. This is a very interesting one. This one could run. We'll see. All right, here's your commercial real estate, IYR. It's trying to get out of the Kumo cloud, but it's struggling. Secondary rally alert was back here. You gapped up above the trend line resistance, actually gapped above it, and then trying to run away like the market don't see this gap right here. Well, this gap going to need to be tended to, even if it pops out a little bit more. You really can't go anything. You can't go anywhere without your core. And a gap on a chart is your core. You got to fill that gap before you can do anything. All right, so market can't go anywhere without its core. It's going to have to pull back and deal with that one way or another. All right, HDGE, looking at hedge. Look at that. I told you it was going to drop to that $5 handle. It hit $5 exactly. $5 was the low today, and we still got further to fall. It gapped down, so it could end up pausing here, coming up, filling the gap, but then I think it's going to fall some more because if the Fed's pumping trillions, this thing is going to have to be reset. So I'm calling it now ahead of time. I think the HDGE ticker, the Advisor Shares Ranger EQV Bear ETF fund, is going to have to be reverse split because it's going to run jeopardy of falling below $1 if they don't. They're going to have to reverse split it because I think that the Fed's trillions is going to make this market run, baby. So until it don't. The day that it doesn't, if the market can't full cycle the trillions that were pumped into it, that means that the problem is 1 billion times worse than we even thought it was or even conceived of it to be. The day that the Fed's trillions of pumping does nothing to prop the market up, we are really in trouble. All right, you heard that here first too. Looking at HAT, had that secondary rally alert. Market did get mad productive, but it gapped. So we back and filled and took out prior support and then reversed and closed up. So this was like a stop run in the middle of the day. All right, markets can be a little treacherous, can be a little volatile. So it just gave further credence to the breakout here. So I think this one wants to go to 45. I think Hack's going to 45. So that's just something to think about on the hack side of things. Hack can be a hacksaw. Who knew? Gold, GLD is in the place to be. Not. All right, same thing as the gold futures. Trend line support at 158-ish is in play. Secondary rally alert is calling for lower prices for tomorrow in the GLD. If you're long right now in GLD, you're wrong. All right, take a look at GDXJ, which is getting no love from gold. But hey, look see. We got a crash alert that came down, was mad, crazy productive. Now we got a rally alert for tomorrow in GDXJ. Seems like GDXJ is starting to divorce itself a little bit from the actual gold futures market, and it's starting to act like an equity. Who knew that the gold miners ETF could actually start behaving like an equity? If that be the case, then this one could see a pop too. And right now, I mean, there's no saying it can't go to 50. After all, this is the bullish pointer right here. So we'll see. But on the flip side, it could turn too and go negative and drop below the trend line support. If gold is going to keep dropping, it will put pressure on your GDXJ. So I think that puts may be in order in this one too. Just saying. All right. Looking at the GBTC, this is the Bitcoin ETF. We got a rally alert on this one for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, you're still consolidated. I would have to say, look at the weekly for this one too. We got down toward that 950-ish level. Not quite, but we was on our way there. Trend line is there. So perhaps this one's just going to just flop around like a fish out of water. Nothing to see here. Look at the Ethereum ETF, ticker ETHE. You're inside the Kumo cloud, trapped with nowhere to go to, mad resistance all around you. Where do you go? If you're operating or looking to operate in this one, you got to use your weekly as well because you ain't got nothing going on right now. Looking at DNN. DNN has been having problems in the 50-cent range. We had a rally alert that brought us into today, and look, you got production. Can it continue? Is it going to go to 45? I don't know. But like I said, if you're looking to operate in this one, I'll be using the weekly because look how long it's been consolidated. Nothing's going on. Looking at CCJ right now. CCJ is giving us production. We had this rally alert back here, and then the market did what it did. But we still got this gap right here. We're going to need a pullback to back and fill this before this thing can really probably break north. All right, so we'll see on this one. All right, next up, we got Beyond Meat. Ticker is BYND, Beyond Meat. All right, so we had this primary crash alert. We got mad productivity out of it. Now we got a secondary rally crash alert. Trend line around the 110 to 105-ish is definitely in play for right now. Yeah, I see you, Thunderbird. Yeah, the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index right now is up $100 at 92.70. So yeah, we are getting a little bit of liftoff in the Bitcoin. So that's your Beyond Meat, still bearish. Taking a look at the US dollar index. Should have had this in the forex side just to look at it, but we're still consolidating within the Kumo cloud. Nothing to see here. Still operating below par. Finally gotten to the 98 handle to the downside. This one could threaten to fall out of the Kumo cloud though and get bearish on us in a heartbeat. We'll see. Remember, the dollar is really caught up right now in the politics. Dollar, bonds, and oil caught up in some politics. Anything can happen. We'll see. Keep your eyes on this one. All right. That's it, folks. We did it. That is it. We covered mad markets today. We did like 50 markets, 50 plus markets, man. We done. We done ran the gamut. This is the most I've ever done in an end of day report. So I'm out of here, man. I'm tired. I'm gonna go and get me some rest. I will see you guys in the trading room and everybody else. I'll see you tomorrow morning for the pre-market post scan. And remember, man, you know what it is you got to do. You got to go to PulseWaveTrading.com, break bread with us. All right, we made it as cheap as possible for you to get started and learn how to make this money. You're going to need it. All right, all the jobs are not coming back, man. They've taken those things away. You really want to beat the system? Everyone always asks me, they say, you're always so negative about everything. Can you tell us what can we do? What can we do? Is there anything we can do? Yes, it's a lot you can do. You can beat the central banks of their own game. Go to pulsewavetrading.com and take back your freedom. All right? Straight up. All right? Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm Ghost. Peace.